Okay, guys, I don't know why it's not letting me slideshow present it. So this is what we got. But I did my video project on the biofuel of charcoal. So what is charcoal? Charcoal is a renewable energy source that is acquired at high percentages of carbon due to the absence of air by exposing organic materials to high temperatures. This was a definition found off of Technia. It's mostly used during to barbecue, during cooking, art, medicine, and black pigment. So, how is it grown and cultivated? Charcoal is made from lumber that is made in earth mounted kilns. These kilns take wood pellets and not heat them together, combine them together to where you get a lump of coal. Um, This chart on this side explains how you start with the wood and then goes to the heat. It releases of volatiles. Volatiles are things that it doesn't need. So it releases oxygen and restricted air. Um, One goes into carbonization, which is the air, no air, oxygen being taken out. The other one goes from the restricted air goes to charring. Then you get charcoal and ash. The charring goes into ash, the carbonization goes into charcoal. It is produced through a process called pyrolysis, which is a high temperature chemical reaction. How is charcoal produced? Charcoal goes through a carbonization process where volatile elements and water are eliminated. Some gases, vapors are released as well. Volatiles released can be water, carbon dioxide, methane, and depending on the feedstock, char, phenols, aldehydes, or ammonia are released. I also saw that on Carbotechnica. This is resulting in carbon-rich solid charcoal. The development status. Charcoal is still being researched, but is still widely available for people to use. Charcoal is primarily a cooking fuel for 1.3 billion people worldwide and 195 people in the sub-Saharan Africa. I saw this on Science Direct. Um, I believe there's a lot more research that should be done with charcoal because of other things I saw and other risks that using charcoal so much has on the earth. I believe that it should be reduced. We should also look more into how it could be used sustainably because again, the carbon dioxide released from the charcoal when you use it so often and so much and for so long is very harmful. Impact on the biofuel. According to TED Ideas, charcoal is bad for the environment because of the wildlife it endangers. In their research breakdown, they state that charcoal producers are removing 80% of biomass in forests, meaning they're tearing down trees to make charcoal, which then endangers lemurs and mountain gorillas, also found on TED Ideas. Um, this graph here shows in 2022 the pounds of CO2 per grill session. So, how much carbon dioxide is coming from each grill session. So, each family using a grill on like a Sunday football game day, this is how much is coming out. In 2022, the super what biopropane, I don't know what that means. Biopropane was, oh my goodness, 1.5 pounds of CO2. Improved gas, so another biopropane, was a little bit less than that. Electric average about 1 pound of CO2. Then there's pellets, typical gas, and charcoal briquettes. The typical gas in biopropane is higher This little green one right here is higher. But in a possible 2027, we are looking at less of each, which I believe is really good. Efforts to communicate the use of biofuel in public. Some efforts that have been put forth to talk about charcoals, talking about alternatives for it. Some examples stated in the article. Oh my goodness. Some examples stated in the article: charcoal may be great for barbecues, but it's bad for the planet. Are using Kingsford charcoal. It's locally sourced from local sawmills, so wood dust that's already been used and not chopped down from a tree. That's how Kingsford charcoal makes theirs. It's still emitting a lot of carbon dioxide, but the fact that we're not cutting down a tree makes it at least a percentage better. Another way to make an alternative for it is to make use briquettes made out of coconut shells. You're eliminating the use of wood altogether. Using coconut shells, it emits less gas while also not using wood. No cutting down trees, no wood. Coconut shells, we're not cutting down a tree. We're taking something off of a tree. My analysis, I believe that we should limit our use of charcoal. This reason being that it's causing more damage to our planet and ecosystem than gases. Not to mention that it also harms the workers. The workers actually working with the kilns that charcoal is used to make. It harms the workers. I don't think we should be having them do that. I think to make it things work better and go with our diagram up here, it's better to use the coconut shells to help with the producing of less gas. And these are all my sources cited.